pure was pure with the Blaze and Knights. We are here with another episode of Blaze for the Culture. And I got my constituent with me. Yeah. And we are going to talk and speak on and commenteer on various subjects such as Snoop, Fatman Scoop, the kid Mase out of Harlem, NAS Nas. Yeah, we gonna get into some realness and some bullshit at the same time. You already know the protocol. Before you step in the ism prism, make sure you wipe your feet at the entrance and take your shoes off. And you can kick your feet up on the ottoman, but never the coffee table, cause this ain't your mammy house. And with that said, we gonna get right into it. So roll up, pull up, and get ready to blaze up. Yes, indeed. Episode 11, weekly return of Blaze for the Culture.
Let go. Come on, let's.
What's up with the constituents out there?
Blazing Nights, what up? Y'all ready?
Yes, indeed. So what's up with your famo?
Man, another blazing week, man. No complaints for me, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Kids going back to school and all that. For a lot of parents out there, you know, the kids going back, another grade up and another year of growth and learning. So that's cool.
Yes, indeed.
Also getting them out the house for, 8 hours is cool too.
Right. Hey, for sure. Yeah.
Interesting week too, man. It was interesting. A lot of stuff going on.
Yes, indeed, man. A little bit of the same, September, man, one of the warmest months, so I'm looking forward to the heat in a good way, just because, right after that, man, it's going to slowly start to tear down into the lower numbers, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, so while the sun is here, definitely trying to get that. But outside of that, man, no complaints. Barely bragging, and always duffel bagging.
Yay.
So, yeah, man, let's get into the first topic, the first blazing topic of the evening. West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre and Snoop, releasing a new album.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time, bro. What? Shit. Damn near 30.
Yeah, long time, bro.
Yeah.
For an actual fully produced album, hell yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to this one because the way that Dog Pound was sounding, it sounded like they got their sound back right there where it need to be at. They in that pocket right now, so.
Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely did, man. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. With the acquiring of Death Row, right? And yeah, spinning the block full effect with the West Coast sound. So, I can dig that, man. So, speaking of, man, let's see what Dre and Snoop, got to say about that. All right, fair use, YouTube, chill.
We're working on Snoop's next album, Missionary, after all this time. So all of these things, the planets are lining up. And after 30 years, believe it or not, man, this is our first time working on an album in 30 years. I did Doggy Style for him 30 years ago. We've done things in between, the song here and there, and the shows and shit, but this is the first time that we got together and worked on an entire album in 30 years. I feel like it's some of the best music I've ever made, and I'm really proud of it.
Comparing Snoop from Doggy Style Snoop to Missionary Snoop, What evolution have you seen?
It's just a certain level of maturity that I think people are gonna really enjoy and understand when they hear the record.
Is it still G-Funk?
I'm not sure. That's a label that the public gave the music, G-Funk. I don't know if I'd like to call it that. I'm not sure what to call it. I'll just say it's a level of maturity that comes along with the production, with the musicianship, with the lyrics, with Snoop's performance and all of that. And it's a step above, which it should be at this age with us.
True. Not that you're old, but yes, true.
Yeah, fair use, YouTube chill. So, yeah, you know, the OG Dre giving a brief synopsis of what is to come. I mean, Brody, think it's gonna be good?
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be solid.
Man, like I said, man, after that Dog Pound run, and you know, like you just said, the acquiring the Death Row, like all that shit is a factor, man. It probably, man, you know, as an MC, like when the stars be aligning, bro, you get in that mode, you be ready, bro. You be ready, bro.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
30 years? Like, just imagine, you know how much better he is than he was 30 years ago, both of them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, man, hopefully it's coming out before Detox.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, I love Dre and everything,
He
man.
already been kind of like, you know, on interviews kind of like, nah, it's going to come out because, you know, people been throwing little slick jokes at him. So he been kind of like saying like, nah, it's going to come out for sure. I still want that Detox shit.
Yeah, I think at this point, man, I mean, it's so long overdue, right? That, I mean, I think they should just scrap it, you know what I mean? And focus on the Snoop thing. I know if you listen to the remaining of the video, they talk about winter release around Christmas time.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out soon. They said it's coming out soon. So hopefully they stick to that plan. But, you know, it's Snoop's project, so I don't see it being held up like Dre. You know, he kind of one of them. I guess I don't know if I was gonna say you know, he trying to be, you know, too critical to his music, but I don't know, man. Them savants be like that, man. They be on that shit sometimes. I mean, even if you go back and you see Busta Rhymes signed with Aftermath and shit a minute ago, right?
Right.
And even when he dropped this latest project, he was like, I already got like 10 albums.
Right.
He just finally was like, I need to pull the trigger and pick whatever songs he did, and then he made new songs. But he was like, some of them songs is 15, 20 years old.
And you know what's blazy, bro, is that every once in a blue, you'll see a clip of Dre in the stew with Nas or a Jay, just like you'll see it and you're like, oh, when the record coming out? And the record never come out. But you see them up in there vibing, you know what I'm saying? And you hear like a clip of the artist spitting something heavy and you be like, man, when these bars coming out, bro? So, you know, either way it goes, man, I'm looking forward to the album. So blaze out to Snoop and Dre and them, because you already know, man, it's going to be something super solid for hip hop, man. But blazing on into some more of the culture and some hip hop, you know, we got the guy Boosie Badass. And this was a clip you sent me, Brody, about, you know, him, you know, flexing off on the real estate.
Oh yeah, that property, bro. And you know, me and you outside of the camera, we always be having these discussions about that. But he doing something similar. Like he buying up all that property. We had like 6 houses on there already. He had multiple houses on there actually, and still got a bunch of acres of land left. So I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like when it's done.
Yeah, I mean, he had an entire estate.
Yeah, man.
On that, man. I'm like, I mean, bro, that's that real work. You know what I'm saying? So,
This is in Baton Rouge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. I mean, you know, and you know the thing about Boosie, man, Boosie always been super solid. I think, in my opinion, an underrated MC.
Yeah, even myself. When he first came out, I kind of placed him in that pocket of, you know, we MC.
Like the Fat Cats and Project Pats, you know.
I displaced him. And then, you know, once I got into his music, I'm like, okay, he actually got bars. He be saying something.
Right. You know,
kind of like 2 Chainz. Kind of took me a minute on 2 Chainz too. Man, he a MC for sure.
Yeah, Blaze out to all those Southern cats, man, with that Southern drawl, man. Like, you know, Bun B, Scarface, you know, Big Crit in them, you know, Jeezy.
Big Crit for sure.
These guys they be saying something, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's why I listen. I mean, I fuck with Key Glock and you know, Young Dolph for sure. Rest in peace. But yeah, man, I like that sound, man. That's why I'm 50-50 with Glow, because I like her voice and I like the way she be spitting. She remind me of Young Dolph and them.
Glorilla?
Yeah, I just sometimes they be placing her in that ass shaking Sexy Red category because, you know, she's starting to feel herself a little bit. So, but I don't consider her no Sexy Red. I feel like she could spit.
Yeah, when she want to, man, blaze out to Glow, you know.
Cardi B can spit when she wants to too.
Oh yeah, blaze out to Cardi. You already know, Cardi official blaze at a blaze for the culture. But yeah, let's see what Boosie got going on with the 7 homes, you know.
There's the tree house, right? That's 7.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a home, but it's an upstairs.
You can live in it, right?
Yeah.
How many bedrooms is that? One or 2 bedrooms?
2 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms. So it's a home.
Yeah.
It's a place to live. So that's 7. What am I missing?
That's all right now.
For now.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna put up some containers and you can live in those too?
I'm putting up a container mansion.
What is
Already
that?
got 8 40-foot cube containers. We just checked on the septic stuff and all that, so he's designing me a container mansion. I'm gonna build a subdivision on my land.
Okay, so how many total homes?
Yeah, man. So yeah, blazing out to Boosie, man. You know, just displaying, not even really flexing, but just displaying what it looks like to really be American, because that's the definition of being an American, is snatching up land, right?
Land, man.
Yeah, that's what it is, you know. But yeah, man. But what was you saying, Brody? I had the audio up a little too loud, man. You was speaking on when they was talking about the building the home with the containers and all that.
Oh yeah, man. I said them, first of all, those container mansions is crazy dope. Like the people that came up with the creativeness on that is just crazy, because the mansions look dope. I mean, it's a mansion and it really looked like a mansion, and it's made out of containers. And I was saying I seen some school buses converted into houses and all type of stuff, like school buses, the short buses, as they say, were converted. It was a bunch of different things. Vans. People are getting creative these days now, especially with the cost of living too. So now folks is like, you know what? I'm gonna build me a house on this bus.
I mean, really, you know, you gotta be creative and build whatever you could build, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's people that want to do that. They want to be able to, you know, that's their dream, to just travel, and not even just travel the world. They want to just travel the states and then just drive from place to place, see different towns and cities and park and view the nature in the area, and then just move on.
Hey, man,
it's beautiful, bro.
That's on my bucket list too, dog. So, you know.
I did a lot of that young, you know. We take those road trips across the country to the south, and we drive a lot of times. So, you know, I see all that, see all the nature and all that, and I'm like, man, this is dope.
Right, word blaze.
Some of them towns are dope. Some of the little towns you got to get back in your car quick if you look like me.
Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, they call them sundown towns.
Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta get that gas.
Yeah, man.
Whatever snacks you want, that pee, and get the hell up out of there.
Yeah, they actually have a book on that, you know, for the flight intelligence out there. You can get it on Amazon, talking about the Sundown Town. So if you are doing any kind of road trips and traveling, you can know, because just because it's 24 don't mean that some of that energy don't still exist.
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Man.
Some of them sheriffs and them thing in them towns, they live by that. So, you know what I'm saying? They might even give you a warning, like, you here for? Okay. When you make sure you make your way up out of here.
Yeah, man. You think you taking a little trip, a little pit stop, you know what I'm saying? Use the bathroom, take a piss or whatever, and maybe grab some coffee. You walk up in the cafe, and they all looking at everybody. Just stop talking and doing they doing. They just start looking at you. Like,
the cooking stop, and they stop flipping burgers and all types of shit. You like, hold on, wait. They stop putting the mayonnaise on the burgers. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
The mayo, especially, and you know it's real if they start putting the mayo on the bun.
You know it's all bad. You gotta take a couple steps back slowly.
All right, man. Anyway, man, blazing on to the next topic, man. You know what I'm saying? The iconic hip hop legend Fatman Scoop, man, passes away, man. Whew. It's like week to week, man, nowadays, man. It's somebody, you know, last week we had Mariah Carey and her mom and her sis that passed away. So, and then here we go with another icon, man. Brody, what was your first, you know what I'm saying, experience or first time peeping Scoop?
I mean, of course, when he came on the scene, like, you know, our era of music, Lil Jon and Scoop and them was killing it, Luda and all them, and they was killing, like, they was in the club. So as soon as that Fatman Scoop, Timberland, like, breathe in. Like,
Right.
Bro, come on, bro. Don't get me to start line, bro. I can hear the music right now, bro. Like, we just grew up on that, bro. So we came from that good area, man, of good music, good parties, man. It's kind of hectic nowadays for you youngins out there. I mean, it's always been, you know, you got to get out the club when you see shit going down.
Yeah.
Right? But nowadays,
Gotta be vigilant.
Man,
Yeah.
it can be nothing. It's nothing nowadays. It ain't even nothing.
Yeah, you know, I don't, you know, I aged out of that club, you know, status anyway, and I'm proud of it, man. But yeah, my first experience with Scoop, man, around the same time, that era, you know, when Timbo started going heavy, especially when Missy Elliott hit. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, that's when the styles was the styles. Like, you couldn't
and them shows
mimic. Right.
And you're right, no mimicking. There was no mimicking. Everybody had their own distinct style and flavor. Even if they was from the same clique, same crew, they wasn't the same.
I know, right? Word blaze to that, man. Word blaze to that. Well, you know, we would like to give a blaze out in a moment of blaze and silence for the legend, Fatman Scoop. So let's do that. Rest in peace to you, brother. Rest in power. We know you in a better place. So yeah, let's check out some content on that as well, you know. Man, homie Scoop. Here we go. Fair use, fair use. Get to it. So here we are. We have, you know, a photo of the man right here, you know, looking cool as ever with the shades on, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real, you know. And yeah, man, so one of the things too, so young, dog. Like what?
Yeah.
Man, what, 53, man?
I think so. I think it was for like 53. Yeah, that's young, man. It's just, man, like, that just lets you, man, we say this over and over and over and over again. People say it from time to time to time. Like, you don't know when your time comes, man. So just enjoy the life that you have with your family and friends. Make sure you know make sure they know you love them. You know, spread that love. Just Get rid of them grudges, man. If it ain't that serious, man, talk to your peoples, man. Because I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, and you know what, man? To blaze off of what you saying, it's like, bro, why is it that it seemed like a lot of brothers go in their 50s, man? You know, so it's like I you know, as myself, you know, as I continue to age up, I start to think, okay, let me make sure I getting my cardio in, I'm getting my steps in,
Your steps, cardio,
juicing, you know what I mean? Like vitamin D.
even less of what I'm doing right now in this glass right now.
You know, staying stress free. You can do everything in moderation.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, man, you know.
And make those visits happen, man. You know, get your
Yeah, I think that might be one of the major keys to it, because I think a lot of times as brothers, man, we don't trust the system.
That is a major key, bro.
And we don't go to the, you know.
We had a friend that just passed. His homegoing is in the next week or so, but it's a lot of times, man, where something's going down, and then we don't make that trip. And then you find out that's the trip you should have made. You get there, then find out something, or you know what I'm saying, you don't go, and then you're not here no more.
Right.
And when you have kids, family, you need to make sure to check yourself out. Now that I got kids and I'm on that level, I feel like I'm selfish if I ain't on point on that end. 'Cause they need pops out here, so I need to make sure I'm on point. Even if I distrust it, even if I hate going to the doctor, gotta man up and make that shit happen for these youngins. So
man, word blaze to that, man. Hey, cause that's real spill right there, real deal.
Shout out to you on the chat. Yeah, man, we need to buy up that land. You're on the right path. Get your research in. That's
Sweet
all
and
I'll
lovely.
say. Get on that Google and start searching areas because they out there.
Yes, indeed. Let's blaze into this content. Fair use. YouTube chill. Rest in peace to Fatman Scoop.
If you came to party, make some noise.
Isaac Freeman III. So yeah, you know,
It's a sad situation, man. Yeah, little ones.
yeah, you know, yeah. So you know, man,
Got on stage, man.
you know, and I think he probably knew he wasn't in a good state, but he was just like, man, this is what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Try to get this last performance in, and you know, and check out.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough, man. Get yourself checked out, man. Please, people, man. Do it for your family, yourself, man. Everybody, not just celebrities, anybody. Your family, get checked out, man. Tell your people to get checked out. Just do that.
And you know, sometimes it's an issue of not having health insurance, right?
Exactly, that too.
But there are ways around it. So there's a website called Let's Get Checked, and they also have an app to it as well. And you can purchase health kits on there where you can, you know, prick your finger, put the blood in there, and ship it back to them. It come with a shipping label and all that. And they will tell you about some of your vitals. They do a lot of the major tests that the doc would do to kind of give you, you know, a heads up of where you at health wise. So there's all kind of workarounds to that. And you know what? What's interesting, bro? before this even took place, I thought about incorporating some Blazements segments into it on health, like little tidbits of information, like on certain little herbals and tinctures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just like a real quick little segment on like, hey, check this out. You know what I mean? You can grab this from such and such.
Exactly.
Et cetera, et cetera. This helps with cold, especially as we going into the fall season.
Exactly. It's a lot of info that you can pass on, and we can pass on to them, people that's not knowing it with these health segments. And that'll help a lot of people, man. And that's what this Blaze for the Culture is about, actually, bro. It's about us doing exactly what you're talking about, is being the voice of the people, helping people, and man, continue to thrive this culture, man, and get everybody on the same page. Yeah, man, for sure.
For sure.
Look out for that, actually. We're gonna do that for sure. Let's make sure we do that. Incorporate some health tidbits in there so that you guys can use that for this upcoming cold season and for future endeavors.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not so versed, but Brody over here, he's real versed when it comes to the health tip. I'm always asking for kits and things of that nature that I can use to better my body and my family's health. So yeah, I'm into that. We'll make sure that happens.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we definitely gonna bring that on there. I'm no doctor, obviously, but I do take it back to the roots, man. Where before we had docs, man, we was using what was in the environment to heal and be healthy. So with that said, Blaze and now goes to the iconic Fatman Scoop.
Exactly. That's all I'm about to say. Rest in power.
Rest in power. You are now in a better place with the Most High. Blazing on to some lighter topics. The blazing verse of the week.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one, man. I've been long awaited waiting for this, man.
Yeah, man, this is one of the best segments of the show, man, where we get into the hip hop.
Make sure that as I transition into some health,
pull up. Yeah, for sure. I can dig it. Yeah, and then, also, last week we had, the blazing verse of the week, you know what I'm saying? And one of the constituents, Cali, though, was like anti. So,
well, I'm sorry for to the Blazing Knights, man. I wasn't able to make. I was gone for 2 episodes.
We needed you here, bro. I get it.
Watch.
Things happens.
I did watch and I did see. That's
we needed somebody to break the tie.
That's what Cali is here for. He has that different opinion sometimes.
Yeah, word Blaze. Shout out to Cali.
But
Blaze out to Cali.
She is dope. You just got to check her out. It's actually a couple of MCs that's kind of like similar to her that's out there, but you got to just tap into the music because she dope. She really do got some hot shit. He wasn't playing on that. If you tap in, she is fire for sure. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't just spitting, just that. Watch me clap this. She's really spitting bars. So
we barsonists, right? So as barsonists, man, we pick up on certain subtleties that may not always, be radared right away,
Shit, I don't like barsogeny. Y'all know what barsogeny is?
Barsogeny, nah, for real.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, there is some barsogeny out there for sure.
Yeah, I don't like it, bro. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, but fair use. We're going to get into this in this week's Blazing Verse of the Week. Blaze is out too. Mason Betha, a.k.a. Murder Mase, but better known as Mase. Let's get into it.
Don't forget the $.
Check Nike Tech, bubble coke, Kyrie, smoking dry weed. So much drugs in a nigga system, me BIV. Baddies on my body, all the hotties call me Poppy. Chop cheese from hobby, niggas still living high speed. I scoop all tender, I don't do dinner. Climbing in a Lambo renter, stay high to the sinners. I told the niggas save a bread of no public defenders. We doing a lot of wicked shit, so don't you jump in this sprinter, nigga. Ain't on no funny shit, niggas die over money shit. About to spend on a child friend, my mom be on some other shit. They heard the murder up again, get time back to the government, cutting shit. And nigga walk the child with the oven mitts. They see me in the ski mask, they know I'm selling re-rap. Hit him in his kneecap, stomach bubble like wheatgrass. Niggas don't really know me, they just know that I'm moving. And I handle my business like the Soviet Union. We can go body for body, hottie for hottie, thotty for thotty, robbery for robbery, Rari for Rari, the homie for homie, lobby for lobby, nigga, choppy for choppy. We can go switch for switch or go lami for lami. I'm so bossy, call me Hugo, 80K on the Hublot. Cops put me out the two-door, I'm high as Pluto. Mommies love me like Menudo, already got it, you know. I get a bag of blue nose to do their party 2 shows. These niggas sweet as fruit codes, toy days too cold. I ain't never do those, the Celsius is too cold. You f***ing with that dudo, you never sip on Nuvo. I'm giving new lows, you make a movie off me, you gon' need a new role. You just a bum in the pussy, that's why I call you puto. I got some foreigners out of town that chop it up just like a jitty judo. A body cam, my left and give you 7 like you Kuko.
Hey.
Bruh. That guy was spitting, bro. Y'all gotta listen to the arsonists out there, y'all gonna have to go back. Yeah, this is barcology right now. Y'all gotta go back on some barcology shit and really investigate what he just said, because he said some shit, bro. He said some shit for all the newbies out there. That's why he was like, we can go Rari for Rari, nigga. Rari for Rari. He's like, nigga, llama for llama, switch for switch. Like, bro, what's whatever. I'm with it.
Hey.
Like, man, it's show over. I'm about to rap. I'm put a beat on right now. Like, that's how he make me feel right now. That shit was hot, bro.
Hey, for the Blazenites out there, whatever era you from, you know what I'm saying? Just know that is hip hop. The freestyle, the swag, you know, the pizzazz, the aura, you know, the cadence.
It's all about the confidence too. Like when you spit, when you a spitter, you spit like you a spitter. Like sometimes y'all be spitting like y'all unsure of yourself. And that's not how we get down. If you sound unsure and like nonchalant with them bars, nigga, you was not barring off, man. You gotta say that shit with your chest. Yeah.
Sing it with your chest, brother.
Yeah, that shit dope, man. He was fire.
Yeah, and you know when your face scrunch up.
Oh man.
When whoever listening, or when you do that, or when that one bar drop and everybody just clear the room, like like roaches when they scatter and the lights come on, that's how you know it's something heavy, bro.
Hey man, you know what I feel for Killer Cam, because I know when you be getting down and be getting busy like that, pause on that tip, bro. I'll be like, hey, bro, you be like proud of your nigga getting it in. So I know he was like, pop, pop, pop. Like, yeah. Because when your boy a bar off like that, bro, you be like, hell yeah. And it's been long awaited, especially on the show, because Cam been killing them songs lately, bro.
Yeah, both of them dudes is heavy barsonage, you know?
Man, I love it, man. I love all that.
Out of
shout out to
Barlow.
LL.
Oh, yeah.
Whole album is fire, bro.
Oh yeah, the L album drop?
No, my bad.
You
Not
talking
the whole album, them 3 songs, the Proclivities.
Oh, okay,
them 3
okay.
joints he didn't already dropped. Ah, man, the whole little rollout is fire right now. You got me locked in, so I'm waiting.
Right. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of heavy work coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Fat Joe and Remy just you know, they just dropped something out of control. That shit was
oh
it
yeah,
was fire.
see?
Video was different.
Even though I got a little Fat Joe bias over here, but
Yeah, you know.
that's a whole nother discussion.
The video was different, but I respected the bars.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, blazing on to the other blaze, man. We have the blaze and excellence of the week. And this week's Blaze and Excellence of the Week goes out to Nas
Once again.
with the Paid in Full Foundation. Again, carrying the cross for hip hop, man. Like, let's just say what it is. I mean, so much with the hip hop 50, et cetera, et cetera. We might just have to do maybe half of a show just dedicated to the contributions that this brother has brought to hip hop. Like, he really, really loves hip hop. I mean, just recently, here we have him, you know, with the Paid in Full Foundation to provide financial and healthcare support to pioneers of hip hop.
Yeah, man, that's been circulating between, like, not just them celebs out there. Me and you didn't have this conversation of the same combo, and I've seen it in interviews with people having this combo. He took the initiative to be like, I'm finna get it started. Combo's done. Like, I'm gonna start it.
Yeah, because it really don't take much, right? Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, I mean, they all got the bread. So, I mean, and really, it shouldn't just be on Nas. It should be like a whole collaborative effort.
It should be a whole coalition of everybody that's benefited off this music that we love and endear as hip hop, because hip hop is a full foundation of music and entertainment that has crossed all links that nobody ever thought was going to happen. Movies, TV, you name it, hip hop is all over the place and thriving, and everybody's benefiting off of hip hop. So you definitely need to be throwing back into hip hop, especially to these pioneers, which is the reason why we all enjoy this thing that has continued. Like, come on.
Right. I mean, because, bro, the thing is like, bro, if it wasn't for them, all these guys and gals that's making all this money, buying up land, buying up property off of the culture, if it wasn't for the pioneers, the culture wouldn't exist.
Exactly.
So when we're talking about black wealth and millionaires, billionaires now, ain't that crazy?
Crazy.
And even six-figure earners, you know what I'm saying, off of the art of the culture is because of them. You know what I'm saying? So Nas is doing a solid by making sure that these brothers and sisters is good. Matter of fact, here's a clip of him, you know, at the gala, the Paid in Full Foundation gala in LA, or excuse me, Las Vegas, you know, honoring Scarface and Rakim. So yeah, let's blaze into it. Fair use, YouTube, chill.
Yo, Rob, when I first heard your music, couldn't tell me in a million years I'll be on stage saluting you, honoring you, giving you an award, my G. Like, it's crazy. Like, this is a rapper's dream. This is a hip-hop artist's dream, my dude. This don't make no sense. It's not regular. This don't happen. This happened because it was supposed to happen, because what you laid down, the foundation you laid down. When I first heard your music, I heard Check Out My Melody and the other one, Every Beat's President. I said, why do they call themselves the president? Who's thinking like that? And automatically, in my neighborhood in Queens, they was doing a dance to your song as soon as it came out. It was called The WAP. I didn't understand how there was this synchronized dancing in the projects to a song that just came out called The WAP. I was learning how to think freely when Ice Cube was talking. I was learning how to not accept, you know, the BS. I was learning what it really was to be a thinker with Scarface. And my man Rakim, on the Paid in Full song, you started off with the word thinking. Sweet. I don't see a lot of that in the streets. Thinking of a master plan. I see what's against you. I see that there's an enemy. I see that there's a condition and a design set up to destroy certain people. Thinking of a master plan. How do I? Ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. That verse, that song, Paid in Full, said I can make it. Because you, my brother, I made it.
Yeah, man, you know, for sure. And that's, like you said, man, it's about being a part of the culture as a Blaze Night. And as a Blaze Night, it's about honoring the pioneers of hip hop which is the progenitors to the culture. Because again, this platform that we on, this is about hip hop.
Exactly. We wouldn't be on this platform, and many other platforms that we all enjoy is all a product of hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? All of it. You know, so blazing out to Nas, Rakim, Scarface, and all the other pioneers of the culture, you know what I'm saying, who respect the culture and uphold the culture. And whoever you are, if you definitely a pioneer, because of that foundation, you're going to have health care. You're going to make sure that you're taken care of. When you get to a point where your faculties start to diminish, you'll have a caregiver there for you. And you'll have some money to live off on, because, there is no social security for quote unquote hip hop artists, but this foundation is essentially creating that.
Shout out to Nas, man. For real.
Man, for real. But yeah, blaze out to Nas. Let's give a round of blaze and cigars to Nasty Nas for the blaze excellence of the week. And as we blaze on into the blazing jewels of the week. We blaze on to the blazing jewels of the week. And so on this segment, again, this is another sector of hip hop, which is the knowledge.
Knowledge, empowerment.
Right. This is the culture here, folks. Don't let them tell you that the culture is all nasty work. There's classy work out here too.
Yay.
And so this week's jewels is going to come from Malcolm X and Kanye West on voting. Because as you know, we're approximately 60 something days until election. Yeah, we real close. So, and
it's a lot of misinformation out there right now. You got to cipher through it, this AI, man. So do your due diligence, people. Do your due diligence. Any video, anything, make sure it's real, make sure it's official.
Yeah, you have to go to the Library of Congress and look in the archive, especially for older videos, just to, make sure it's 100, man. Wow. But let's blaze into this, blaze, and out goes to Malcolm X. And let's hear what he has to say about voting. Fair use, YouTube chill.
You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump.
He said that straight, no chase.
Yeah, no chase.
He's like, do not chump out your vote. Do not chump yourself out for a vote. That means just blindly voting without looking at the policies and seeing if they're going to address your political issues.
Look into all that information, because they will, I'll repeat, will over your eyes, as they say. Like, you got to look at that shit, look at all that information, research it, find out what affects you, your family, your median, and then make your vote from there, man. Because otherwise, man, just going off misinformation and going off the next man, man, you You really got to, especially right now. We had a critical time with our votes right now with our candidates that we have. I'm just gonna say it, man. Like, I think this is like
the worst set. This is the worst set of candidates that I've seen in my lifetime.
That's what I was about to say. It seemed like this is the lowest form of candidacy in a long time, and I think it's a lot of factors. You know, I don't know all the information on either party because everybody's always throwing misinformation out there. But I do know we had Trump before. I do know Kamala, however you pronounce it, no disrespect, is a VP. So we already know she's there. And just both presidencies, we'd like to see something better out of both. So like now we like at a position where we like, who? Because right now we ain't got that golden, like usually it's somebody out there that we all like either left or right. We all leaning towards something. Now right now it's people jumping sides and like, oh man, I wasn't a Trump. I didn't vote for Trump, but now I'm voting for Trump. I ain't voting for Trump because Trump is Trump. I'm voting for Kamala.
Man, because
nobody's researching because it's we have so little information to go on this one. When it comes to this presidency, just from my outlook, and we're not a political show, but you know we speak these politics when it comes to it. Blaze for the culture, and I'll say this from my own standing. I don't know, man. Like I'm just like y'all out there. I'm undecided as hell, worried as hell, and I'm doing my due diligence to research it, man, before I make a move. And if I have any indication of not going either route, then I ain't picking either, man. I don't want to be responsible for the bullshit that come in the office. I'll vote for myself like me and Brody had. I'll vote for him. We'll vote for our kids. We're right in. Like, whatever the case may be, you got to do your due diligence.
Because at least that shows that we not just going to give our vote or whore our vote out just for anything.
Exactly.
And see, you know, you have some of these fellas and fellettes out here that are like, hey, well, you're wasting your vote because you're voting for someone who wouldn't get elected. So you just need to vote for the lesser of two evils. And I'm here to tell you, look, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom used to say, that's hogwash. No, that's not what voting is about. Voting is about making sure that you are going to choose a candidate that is going to handle your political issue. And when you whore your vote out, you're saying, hey, I'm okay with you treating me this way. And both parties have treated, you know what I'm saying, our culture like sugar, honey, iced tea. Shit.
Man.
You know? And that it is what it is. You know, you have one candidate blatantly saying on camera that they ain't gonna do nothing for black folks. That's crazy.
You know what? You know,
that's crazy work.
I got one thing to chime in on when it comes to this vote and shit. And I want y'all that's actually listening, and if future people listening to this understand, like, you know what we fucking up at? Is this demo Republican, left wing, like all that shit. You are fucking up the entirety of everybody by just picking a little, letting them bit nitpick and give us a little of this and a little of that from both parties. That's what they're doing to us, because they living good off us. They living good in mansions, beach houses,
off our
and all
tax
that.
money.
And y'all thinking that, oh, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. These motherfuckers are living way above us. We down here, and they need us for these votes to get to where the fuck they at. We fucking up by like picking a side, bro. We need to pick what's best for Americans to get the America right as a whole.
Yeah.
Like fixing healthcare for real. So like, we like Canada and we got free healthcare for everybody. Like, let's get the shit together, man. So we ain't just sending our money out to such and such to get their shit right. If we got the money to send to get them right, can we get right? Can we get right first?
Man.
Because as a hustler, you take care of the foundation,
Then you can spread some money out. You can't just go buy the Jordans, nigga, because you made a couple sales, nigga.
Yeah. For real. Word Blaze to that.
You gotta put back in. Trench. Then you make the profit.
Hey, and to blaze off of what you saying, Brody, about the whole politics things, for those who don't know, that is basically a part of the culture. For those who know Public Enemy, you know, one of the pioneer hip hop groups, they were a political hip hop group who spoke on these things. They have one called Fight the Power. It's a video. Y'all should check it out. It's major, got hundreds of millions of views. This is part of the culture. But blazing into what another iconic legend of the culture, Kanye West, now known as Ye, has to say about the politics, who I think he even spoke on possibly running. So maybe, you know, we get him in 28 or 32, which seems so far out, but it's really not. So let's see what this brother got to say about it. Fair use, YouTube chill.
Father's a Black Panther. My mother got arrested for the sit-ins at age 6. They were fighting for us to have the right to our opinion, not the right to vote for whoever the white liberals said Black people are supposed to vote for. You get what I'm saying? And then James Corden went in and said, well, this president, you're Christian, and this president, I don't see anything Christian about him. I said, okay, so last year y'all tried to tell me who I'm supposed to vote for because I'm Black. Now this year, white liberals trying to tell me who I'm supposed to vote for because I'm Christian. That would be like, I live in Calabasas, so everyone in my car's got to be a convertible, huh? Right. It's just all based on y'all vision of what I'm supposed to do.
Hey.
Brother be spitting knowledge, even though he be having all these controversial statements out there, bro. He be spitting that knowledge, man. He has times where he's saying stuff that
yeah, he's saying some bars, you know, when Nori don't got him all, you know, liquored up on the drink champs, asking him political questions when he all sauced up. Yeah. Yeah, Nori. You know, that was nasty work, Nori. You know better than that. But yeah, man, we are nearing around that time where we blaze out. And just for the blaze and nights out there, so y'all know, we are live every Wednesday. That is weekly, between 8:05 and 8:20 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yes, indeed. Live every Wednesday between 8:05 p.m. and 8:20 p.m. PST. Yeah. Tell a blaze a night to tell a potential future blaze a night. Shout out to my blaze a nights out there. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe on YouTube. We also on IG. We're now on X, previously known as Twitter. We're also on TikTok and Twitch. And I just sparked off the Facebook page. And also follow us on our socials as well.
We got merch coming soon. Y'all stay tuned in to the pages. We're going to be sending out little stories on that too as well, and some links. So be on the lookout for that merch coming out.
Yes, indeed. Be on the lookout for that merch coming out. So until next time, blazing out. Blaze for the culture. Have a blazy evening.
See you next week, brother.
Blaze out.